Hey everyone, this is my Patreon powered reaction to the 27th episode of World Trigger. And last episode, the Kazuma squad took on Inadora, but in the end they lost because they were up against a neighbor with a black trigger, a very powerful one. It was really a difficult fight, really, to say the least. And nobody can really blame you for losing in a fight like that. But the fact that Kazuma squad did lose against him definitely is very worrisome and making us wonder who actually can defeat Anadora, like, directly. Like, it really will take... I think the whole point of showing that fight was just to let the audience, like us, know that the only people that are going to be able to take down Anadora would be one of our S ranks themselves, somebody with a black trigger. I think that was the point of showing that scene, so... if that is the case, I would like to see a showdown between one of our black trigger users and Anadora. So hopefully we end up getting that in this well, not necessarily in this episode, but in this arc, in this overall battle. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. But luckily we didn't lose all of Team Kazuma squad because Kazuma bailed out and then the other two just left yeah, Kikuchihara and the other one. Supposedly, I thought it was pretty obvious. Yes, Mira's still away, I think. Because she's supposed to portal them out when things get too hairy. Because of that, I'm not sure they're going to be able to capture any, like, good prisoners for interrogation if they have that kind of out. Yes, it's definitely rough. And back to our regular, you know, recapping. But yeah, let's see. We got a little bit of K last episode too. He is eager to fight some neighbor black triggers, but was told not to because that's exactly what the enemy wants. But he's hoping he's forced into that. You know, Gene is still doing Gene stuff. He's definitely worried about Mikumo dying. On top of the concern of Chica being captured. I think so. It's just a matter of how much casualties will happen before they're fended off. Hopefully nobody we care about dies is kind of one of my concern. Yeah, things will go either really bad or only slightly bad. Yes, Konami is pretty strong, but yeah. No, Four Eyes could die. I mean, both of those things could happen too, so. I like how much that gets Yuma's attention. I mean, it's not as dramatic the second time around. Wow. Wow, Gene. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay. I mean, we'll see about that. Okay. Yeah, that's about what I was thinking. Hopefully they don't die before we meet up. Yeah, that thing is such a pain to deal with. Man, his minigun doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Like, it barely cares about those shots on it. That is such a cool ability. Oh, Konami. Wow. He blocked it. Yeah, Visa, I wonder how good he can fight. How well he can fight. Is that a trigger? Because he doesn't have the horns, and he is pretty old, so it's really hard to judge. I don't know if Trion, like, dissipates with age, or how that works, so... Oh, Chica! Oh god. It's, like, on her. What does that do? Oh no. Oh no. Somebody grab her, anybody? Thank you, Nikamo. But can somebody else grab her too? Preferably Reiji. Oh god. Wow. Just punched right through it. Who was that? Okay, I figured it was Reiji. He's the one I would be best at punching. Okay, thank you. He did even better than my suggestion. Instead of grabbing Chica, he just punches him in the face. Yeah, that works, and I think he broke something. You don't mess with him. Of course, now he has it on his arm, which that does look painful. Well, I kinda got that. Yeah, it sounds like a pain. So can we take those off? Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not sure how much choice we have at this point. But Konami's really good, so she should be able to hold her own against Visa one way or the other. Unless he has a black trigger, which we wouldn't know because he doesn't have the horn telling. But the horns increase compatibility with black triggers, so that lessens the chance of that. Oh, the poor C ranks. They can't take on a rabbit. Oh, Miwa. Nice to see you helping. Yes, please do. Yeah, I was expecting that flashback there. And he is in a pinch. Because you're one of the better members and you got nothing better to do. Yes, because Gene can see the future like that. Yeah, it's probably a lot easier to hit that thing when it can't move very much. And more building destruction. Of course, it's, Ron Banin, yeah. I wanted to go look at my notes at his name and it just said it for me on screen, so that was kind of pointless. Yeah, he is not to be messed with. Uh, I mean, they're just meant to distract you guys, so... Ugh. We already kind of know that. And he doesn't look like he's concerned in the slightest about any of this. It's just a fun game to him, it looks like. I mean, they are, like, trained military, basically, so... I don't know why I treat them like they're some kind of militia. I mean, I'd rather you didn't do that, personally. Oh, Midorikawa. We haven't really seen him fight much this battle. I mean, if you can. Kuni Chika is an interesting name. Because, you know, Kuni means country and Chika's a character in the show, so... You know. Oh well. Yeah. There's no time for this, guys. Yeah, we're gonna try to fight him. We'll see how that goes. It's just so... Watching him just walk around knowing there's snipers everywhere, that just it takes a lot of guts to just do that. Yes. Good job. Yeah, that's very important. Just stab him with a spear. That'll be great. And, you know, then the opening 12 minutes in, as usual. To kill neighbors, of course. You know, it's kind of weird when you have the characters lipping, you know, the song, but it's the same voice for every character. It's a little bit weird when you do that. Uh, the good times before the war broke out. But yeah, the first opening definitely is better, but certainly not a bad opening by any stretch of the imagination. Look at all those cute, like, commander girls. Whatever you call their position. I do not recognize all these characters. This show has a lot of characters, so it's really hard to actually keep track of everyone. I'll be honest. Which I guess is why they flash the name over people's heads a lot. It's a really cool diagram. Yeah, we really can't worry too much about collateral damage with this kind of war. Guess we'll see how this goes. Wow, we just combined them? Can you do that? I guess so. What do I know? Oh, you look kind of surprised there, actually. Yeah, Midorikawa's more for the, you know, melee combat. And so is he. But, you know, yeah, you didn't know he could do that, could you? Because he should first show that against Yuma when Miwa fought them. Miwa squad. Is he really blocking all those with that small shield? That's impressive. Yes, everything is that it is a diversion. Oh. Yeah, this guy is pretty good. Yeah. This is the problem with fighting like actual humans as opposed to Treon soldiers. Yeah, so don't get hit. Yes. Just gotta know where he is to hit him. Yes. Probably. Well, glad to see you're taking them somewhat seriously now. And wow, those wings, that's pretty cool. It's like jetpack wings. Okay, this is a problem. Oh, damn. Get some cover. Yeah, it's hard to dodge. Back up. Yeah, this is not good. Because there's not much room to maneuver in a small spot like that. Not, it's not, you can't really dodge very well. Yeah, he probably wouldn't even know what a fire extinguisher is. Did he actually hit him? Oh wow, his leg. That's actually a pretty good hit. Because they can't just like reroll those or anything. Yeah, good times. Yeah, poor Yosuke never did get that battle. Well, don't be a baby, do it anyway. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, more or less. No. I mean, he lost pretty badly. Yeah, he's a lot more experienced, which I think I said at the time. Yes. And it kept getting more and more frustrated, more and more predictable. Yes. Oh, are we actually using that here? Man, those pinpoint blocks. Yeah, that's a big deal. It might not be like a finishing thing, but he should be consistently leaking Treon out of that. Well, you were wrong. Yeah. Oh, nice. Got one of the wings. If I want to, yeah, jump. Oh, is that gonna hit him? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and just, he really is good. Yes. Okay, the shot wasn't too bad, but... Because one advantage they do have is, like, the numbers and the teamwork, so... You really gotta leverage that if they want any chance against him. Nice little super cut of what happened there. Yeah, because he really can't like focus on everything and be ready to block everything at the same time. It's almost like they're intelligent or something. Just so mean to each other. Yeah, dodge those. Yeah, I would bet. Or you could just hold still and let us shoot you. That works too. Okay, it was a trap. I thought so. Is this actually gonna work? You gotta time that pretty well. Oh. Maybe he didn't fall for the trap as much as I thought. Oh, or maybe he did. Okay, this is starting to get silly. You fell into my trap. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. It's all according to plan. Do your worst. This. How long is this fall gonna last? Any day now. There we go. I knew we'd run into him eventually. And there we go. Nice. Yes. Don't underestimate our teamwork. So that was a decisive blow. Yes. What are you doing? Sounds about right. I saw. Oh wow. That sounds overpowered. Wow. Sounds like a very valuable trigger to have. Sure. He's not a cute bird at all, no. He's still going. Buffalo. There we go. We got it. That's a sight right there. Don't let him see that. Yeah, I don't think he appreciated that. Back to Houston, running into traps. National Treasure. Is that what that trigger was? Is that why it looks so weird? In which case, if they're using a National Treasure for this, yeah, they must be taking this battle seriously. Putting a lot of resources into it. Anyway, that was the 27th episode of World Trigger. And this episode, yeah, we actually got to see Ron Benane fight a lot. Before we saw him battle a little bit, you know, just enough to show how much of a threat he is, basically, to show that he's out doing stuff, maybe get a basic understanding of how he fights. But this episode was when we really dived into just what he can do. And what he can do was pretty impressive. I mean, at the very end there, you had them talk about the trigger and how powerful it is, how it's basically perfect. You know, it's no black trigger, of course. It doesn't do anything too fancy like that, but it is, as far as normal triggers go, I'd say that's about as good as it gets by the sound of it. And from what I saw him use it in the episode, yeah, I don't see any obvious problems with it, really. I mean, it's obviously not really a melee type trigger. It's very much just, you know, a gunner or shooter, whichever you want to call it type. But still, it's definitely a serious threat if a powerful user does have that. And we got to see that. The only advantage we had was our numbers and our teamwork, and we did our best to leverage that to be able to actually deal with him. And just there was a lot of back and forth in this battle, just people readjusting their strategies to account for the opponent and what they do. You know, a lot of blocking, a lot of running around, a lot of almost getting killed. You know, a lot of that pretty much. I don't know really how much I can say on it aside from it was a pretty good back and forth. It was pretty nice seeing him like progressively taking his opponents more and more seriously. And the callback to Midorikawa's whole situation with Yuma and how they were applying that logic a little bit to this conflict was cool as well. It's because it shows Midorikawa, he can learn, he can get some character development, and it has a bit more meaning and behind that whole scene with Yuma as more than just obviously, getting some revenge for Mikumo. It has a bit more value than just that. So for all those reasons, yeah, that was really cool to see. And Midorikawa chopping up his leg was pretty cool to see too. And just, yeah, him flying through the air and as kind of a desperate way of staying alive, even though that meant that he couldn't aim as well. But he kind of had to do that because there were enemies just all over the place that could shoot at him. So he kind of had to keep moving. And they even, took out a couple of his wings, which was great to see. He's like, how dare you? And fires it back at them. Like, oh crap, it's going to take several seconds to recalibrate so I can fly again. I don't know, I kind of thought it was funny for some reason. But yeah, he was definitely a threat. Like, if you got hit by his attack, you would bail out. You'd be done. But yeah, that final bit there with that conflict where they had some bait and he took the bait, it looked like, and then, they tried to attack him to show that it was a trap, and then that look on his face showed that he wasn't really falling for it. He was only pretending to fall for it. And then you had to look on Yosuke's face that was like, oh no, this was the real trap all along. And then they're all like got their shields up and he's diving towards him to attack him. And then we had it was silly, the screaming, the Dragon Ball Z-esque screaming when they just took turns screaming, just we had that for a comical amount of time, which was funny. I mean, it was funny, but it didn't take too much away from the coolness of the scene. But it was still kind of just silly. But yeah, that final stab after what seemed like 45 seconds of screaming at each other, yeah, it was pretty satisfying to see that. Just that dive bomb stab. And I don't think, Ron Benet should be getting back up after that. He had his leg chopped off and then that stab. He should be done with the fight, I would imagine. If he's not, he's a pretty tough guy, because that was like I don't remember exactly where it hit, but I'm pretty sure it was a chest area, so it should have been a pretty good hit. So you'd think he'd be done for. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed that overall conflict and how much it showed off, because even Ron Benet was impressed by the commanding ability of the border, of Miden. So yeah, and that scene definitely did a good job of showing that off, not only to him but to the audience, of course, as well. So that was great to see, because that numbers and teamwork is basically what's going to carry us through this overall war. Because yeah, these guys have some pretty good technology. We can't beat them in tech. Like, they have these great triggers. They have the horns. They're a militaristic country. We're never going to beat them. They have the big old Trion soldiers. We're never going to beat them when it comes to tech. We don't have rabbits. That's not going to happen. All we can really beat them on is, like I said, numbers and teamwork and strategy. Because we do have, like, traps and stuff set up. We already saw those before, the lifting walls and stuff like that. But yeah, we pretty much have to do our best if we want to, like, win this fight. Which I'm sure we're going to win it, like... Like, if we didn't win it, like, what would the rest of the series be? Like, obviously we're gonna win this fight, this war. It's always been a matter of how much the casualties will be, though, and I think that's why they brought up the idea of Mikumo being in danger, his life being in danger, Chika being in danger of being captured. Because we know that they're not gonna, like, lose this war, they had to kind of mention things like that so there'd be some real suspense. Because it's basically a guarantee we'll win the war, sure, but it's not a guarantee that Chika won't be captured. It's not a guarantee that Mikumo won't die, although it's a pretty good chance he won't die. Like, anime usually don't kill off protagonists. So I'm not really expecting that. Like, I have almost zero concern about that, if I'm being honest. But I do have concern about Chika being captured. That I could see happening, and I could see that being what motivates us to go to the neighbor world. I could see that being a thing. That's why I'm so worried about that, is because I can actually envision where the plot would go afterwards if Chika got captured, unlike all the other stuff. So that's why that's my biggest concern. Especially because she wants to go there anyway. See. Although I prefer us to wait till we become an A squad together before we do that. And preferably not in, neighbor hands. evil neighbor hands, AFTO creator hands. But yeah, I mean, as far as villains go, Ron Benane, I thought he was pretty cool. I liked him as a villain. He wasn't like, super hateable or anything, but he was very strong, very powerful. He wasn't like super condescending, He obviously underestimated Meiden, and was having a little bit of fun with it. But he wasn't like, he wasn't Enadora as far as, as arrogance and stuff goes. He was just, a soldier in the battle doing his best, and trying to have a little bit of fun with it. Like, he wasn't a terrible person or anything. I thought it was pretty cool. It'd be nice if we could, bring him over to our side and have him join Border, but I doubt that would happen. Really. But after Creator, they don't have like a bailout system, right? Because we haven't really killed off any of their human neighbors yet, but so we haven't seen if that's the case. But I don't think they have a bailout system or any kind of equivalent. So yeah, I think otherwise they wouldn't really need a Mira as much, for Trigger to help them out. But just yeah, so I think he's basically done for with that final shot there. But it would be cool if they could at least bring one of the human neighbors to their side. But I don't know. I don't know who'd be the most likely candidate. I would prefer Mira, but no, she's not even really on the battlefield, so that's very unlikely. But yeah, anything else to say on it besides, what I heard he said? I mean, we got to see Miwa a little bit. He's doing stuff. He remembered his sort of promise to Jean about protecting Mikumo. So that's cool. We got to see his, lead bullets in action. Which I always do enjoy that weapon. That would be pretty cool to use. And just slow down the rabbit to the point where you could just, like, take his time and cut its, stab its core. Oh yeah, the, Kyuu says, trigger, his magnetism thing. That's pretty cool. Like, I thought it was pretty cool before, but yeah, the magnetism element definitely adds some extra utility to it, because he almost captured Chica with it. So Rage just punched through it right into his face. That was really, really cool. That was probably my favorite Ron Benane related scene. That was really cool. He just punched him, like, oh, I got him in my arm. Well, that kind of sucks. I don't know, I just like that scene a lot too. Anyway, that's enough. I've talked enough about this. It was a good episode, as a lot of these episodes in this arc tend to be. Just, if you don't count the recapping, which is just very frustrating to have to deal with. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.